You know what? It's never been a better time to be an entrepreneur. Think about the amazing gift we have with internet. Think about the fact that right now, there's just an abundance of opportunity with the online marketplace, and there are more free resources. There are open source tools. There are free platforms for you to market yourself. There is so much opportunity right now, and you could be taking advantage of it. In today's video, I'm going to give you 10 ideas for at-home businesses that you can start right now. And not all of them require you to be tech savvy, but I do believe that you should embrace and take advantage of the technology and tools of our time in order to help you get started. By the way, this video is brought to you by our friends at PayPal. PayPal is an online payment processing service. It's actually free. It also is a great tool for those of you who are doing freelancing because you can invoice your clients directly through PayPal and capture your money, especially those of you who need to capture money up front. There's nothing like getting a deposit and making sure that you're paid for your work. So if you want to sign up for PayPal, use the link in the description. Also in the description, I'm going to link to resources in the PayPal Business Development Center so that you can get more advice on how to start your online business. Let's get into today's video. Hey everybody, this is Roberto Blake helping you create something awesome today. Welcome back to the channel. For those of you who have no clue who I am and you just clicked on this video for whatever reason, first of all, welcome. Thank you for taking the time. My name is Roberto Blake. I am a creative entrepreneur. I'm a public speaker. I'm a YouTube certified marketer. And a lot of what I like to do is help other people either develop their career or develop their business, especially using online technology and tools. And today, I want to tell you about 10 at-home businesses you can start because I actually successfully grew my online social media coaching business from 0 to 6 figures. I actually did a video about that. I'm gonna link to it up here in the info card and the description for you, but here are 10 businesses that you can start in your journey. Number 1, home office setup and installation. This one's great because you don't have to be that tech savvy, you just have to be slightly above average. You can help people set up their own office, whether that's cable management so that they don't have ratty wires everywhere cluttering up the office. This is just a really practical business with more people building their own at-home businesses and home offices. There's things you can do like obviously helping them install or mount their monitors, set up their computer, do some basic troubleshooting. There's a lot that can be done with this. So highly recommend it. It's a very affordable business to get into. Basically, it's a business built on word of mouth and delivering great customer service. You also will want to do a little bit of social media and set up your own website. Number 2, photography. If you got a good camera and you've got a creative eye, you can start a business in photography. A lot of people are skeptical on this one. They don't think there's money in photography anymore, but they're kind of approaching it wrong. It's not about like trying to, take that job doing all the senior portraits. It's actually very lucrative if you find professionals, people like, doctors or lawyers' offices, and you end up doing the headshots for everybody, especially for their LinkedIn profiles. More people are becoming online influencers and entrepreneurs, so they need photos of themselves or of their products. A lot of you can just grab a macro lens, start doing product photography, and that would help you in terms of getting local business clients who are trying to sell their items online. So don't sleep on photography. There's a lot of opportunity. You also can sell stock photos online. Number 3, copywriting. Copywriting is useful for anybody that has a business in terms of marketing, sales. So if you decide to do copywriting, you're valuable not just as a blogger, which you can certainly do, and you can make some money doing that and writing for publications, but I'm talking about helping write email sequences for people who sell $1,000 products. That is where the real money is. So I think copywriting is dramatically underestimated. I made good money as a freelance writer, back in the day. You can make as much as $1,000 a week. It's a good living. You could also make much more than that. I really believe it's a 6-figure skill, and you could start it as a business from home with nothing more than a decent laptop and a smartphone. Number 4, become a web designer or an app developer. We live in an era where there's a lot of free information. You don't necessarily even have to go to school for this. You can do online training. There are places like Code Academy and Khan Academy and Treehouse where you can actually learn the skills to become a web designer, web developer, or build mobile applications. Making some of these apps for yourself is a great way to make passive income, something we talk about a lot on the channel. I'll link to some videos about passive income in the info card where you can get that on desktop or mobile or in the description down below. But, being an app developer, not only can you earn passive income by making your own apps, but you can do that for other people's businesses. And this is something that's extremely lucrative. So just look into that because it's an emerging market. You can learn it on your own, and all you have to do is prove your success, and the market will decide. Now, I promised you some businesses that don't require you to be tech savvy. Here's another one. Number 5, becoming a personal trainer. Now for this one, I still recommend you at least learn about social media, learn how to grow a YouTube channel, learn how to grow on Instagram, and at least build your own website. I'm going to link to some resources, both in terms of videos and some services for that down below. But the reason I say this is because I think that there's a real opportunity if you become a personal trainer to make a lot of different forms of income. You can obviously work with clients at the local gym, but you can also build this in terms of an at-home business. You could do yoga videos, or you could do at-home workout videos, post them on YouTube and start making passive income in terms of ad revenue. You could also do affiliate deals and make a few sales. You also have the opportunity to build your own coaching business around this. I talk about how I built my 6-figure coaching business. I'm going to link to that video both here and in the description so you can check that out. But I did it with digital products around social media marketing, but I know for a fact that you can do it with digital products and assets around at-home fitness and nutrition and things of that nature as a fitness instructor and a coach. So definitely would recommend that one. I think a lot of you are underestimating how accessible this is. Number 6, become a social media marketer like me. But very seriously, being a social media marketer is really accessible for someone who's a jack or Jill of all trades. You don't necessarily have to graduate with a degree in it. I certainly didn't. They weren't offering one at the time when I was in college. And I think that the reality is that there's a diverse skill set here, and it ultimately comes down to helping facilitate other people build their brand, build their business, sell their products and services. So I think there's a lot of great free tools that you can use to develop as a social media marketer. I think there's a lot of great information out there. I've obviously put a lot out there, and it's a combination of things. It's not just always about consulting and strategy. Sometimes it's implementation and execution. It can be managing someone's account. And I think that that often becomes much more mechanical than strategic. A lot of times it's someone telling you exactly what they've been doing and you just doing it so they can save time in their business and their other tasks. So you don't have to be a master to be a social media marketer. You just have to be a very good practitioner. So, I would recommend looking into that. Number 7, become an event planner. Becoming an event planner and an event coordinator is actually something that most people can do with very little in terms of investment and resources. Obviously, you have to network with the local venues. You have to put together some marketing for yourself, a website, and you'll probably need to be in a couple of social media platforms, specifically LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook. I think that you definitely need to take advantage of those resources. I would even say Pinterest is still very good for event planners and being an event marketer. And a lot of what is focused around, a lot of people think about weddings when they think about event planners, but it could be any number of things. It's not just weddings. It could be speaking engagements, conferences, pop-ups, workshops. There's a lot of opportunity. So really think about what event marketing and event planning could look like, because it's a very profitable business and there aren't a lot of people that might be offering it in your area. Definitely something that is massively underrated. Number 8, graphic designer. A lot of people don't think this one has any money in it. They think about starving artists. Graphic design is still very powerful. There are people starting businesses every day. Those people need logos. They need branding elements. They need graphics for their podcast. They need thumbnails for their YouTube channel. Graphic design is still lucrative. I just think that a lot of people are getting bogged down by a traditional model with it. I think a lot of people hesitate to do freelancing because they think it's, living hand to mouth, and there can be that situation. But I've done a lot of videos here on the channel about freelancing, about graphic design, and people have built successful businesses around it. You just have to be business minded, or you'll end up being a starving artist. So it may not be for everybody, but I still think that it's a very powerful profession and a great skill set that a lot of people hire for if you know where to look. And I would look more at entrepreneurs and people with businesses like the ones we mentioned, because everybody needs to worry about their visual brand. Number 9, video editor or animator. In a world where everyone's marketing themselves, video is very powerful. You're watching this one right now. But having a video editor that you can outsource things to is very practical for a lot of businesses, a lot of marketers, so on, because if you're running a business, you don't always want to have to do that, and it may not be your skill. So if someone develops, a business where they are editing, I've known husband and wife teams to be very successful at doing video editing, just kind of as a small at-home business. And I think it works out really well in an ecosystem where more people are becoming online influencers and where video marketing is becoming the norm. It's also a very profitable skill set to have just because so few people offer it, and usually not at a local level. It's usually remote. So if you can kind of corner the market in your local area of being the top tier video editor or motion graphics person or animator, then I think that you could really drum up a lot of business because you'll be the best game in town. Now, if you want to get into that, there are a lot of video editing tutorials here on the channel. And then finally, number 10. This one is one you might have been expecting. Become an online content creator. By using platforms like YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram, people have been able to become online content creators and make money doing things that they love. There will be skeptics out there that don't consider this a real business, but it's as real of a business as you are a businessman or businesswoman. If you run it like a business and you make it profitable, it is a business. Now, if you said it wasn't a job, I completely agree with you. This is going to be something you have to take full responsibility for. Just like every other business on this list, you are in charge. The buck stops with you. You have to deliver what you promise. So I think that being an online content creator, at least it's been a great experience for me. It's something that I do outside of my coaching business and my public speaking. And it also has been leveraged, of course, as the marketing for that business. So there's a lot of ways to kind of tie it together. And I think for any of the businesses that you're doing, you should consider a side hustle as a content creator because I think it could help grow that business. That's been my experience. Question of the day. If you knew you couldn't fail, what business would you start? I've asked this before, but we might have some newcomers here and I'd really like more perspectives. So what business would you start if you knew it couldn't fail? Let me know in the comment section. I want to thank our friends at PayPal for sponsoring this video. I want to also thank them for everything they do for the online business community. Like I said, I'm going to link to some more resources from the PayPal Business Center in the description so that you guys can benefit from the information that they're putting out there absolutely free. And I would encourage you to read as much of it as possible. Also, if you're interested in working with me to grow your business or to learn more about online marketing or content, I'm going to link down to awesomecreatoracademy.com in the description so that you can figure out how to work with me to grow your brand and grow your business online. Like this video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out the other awesome content on the channel. As always, you guys, thanks so very much for watching, and don't forget, go out there and create something awesome today. Take care.